Hello, it's Mercy here from Dal Riata for the weekly summary for the week ending the 28th of March, or Sunday the 20th of March 2021. This was a great week. Thank you very much for being part of our wonderful guild. We did really well, and I'm just going to briefly go through why we're so great. It's because we finished into the West a day early. Everybody pretty much played except for one person, but that was fine. We made it right to stage 12. We've got signals left. It was pretty easy. If you go look at our guild, we're continuing to go up the ranking. We're continuing to level up. We've had 30 members all week, and I've not booted anybody out because we haven't needed to. Because everybody's been playing, and there is going to be a whole bunch of promotions because if you go down to the below, there's so many Sentinels now. We're so close to, we're just, well, it's not close to, but we're working towards my dream of becoming a whole bunch of Sentinels. We've got another couple of these two guys here, Star-Lord and Fonzie Man, are going to be Sentinels in the next few weeks. Khan's moving up, but Khan's going to be promoted this week. Baytaper possibly. I have to look at how Baytaper did in the event. Safe Harbour's being promoted. ATP's being promoted. Fatal Winter's being promoted. So lots of promotions. Well done, everybody. And tasks. We completed 4 epic tasks this week, so thank you very much. And we only had one person going a bit stray over here, donating to useless tasks. But just to quickly run by why we do this. We do the epic purple tasks to get the magic deeds, the magic deed at the end, and the +2 magic bonus, which is the best bonus. Then we move to green tasks because we do that to get the writs, and I'll show you why we're getting the writs in a second. And we do that because you get lots and lots of writs and you get a green epic deed at the end. Then it really doesn't matter actually, so we kind of alternate and between yellow and blue sometimes yellow, mostly blue. But we've actually done both of them, so that's great. So well done, everybody. That's awesome. I am so happy with how our guild's going, and that's just like I just keep on being happy about that. So thanks. Right, what's happening next week? Next week is a Drifting Sands week. Here we go, Drifting Sands down here, and we have who are. I wonder who the mythics are for Drifting Sands. I can't remember. Anyway, so it's a Drifting Sands World event. I think they're about monsters, aren't they? So we've got, it'll be monsters, or it looks like it could be dragons actually. Are there any dragons in Drifting Sands? I don't know. Whoops. Let me just see. Are there any dragons in Drifting Sands? No. Wonder what the world event's going to be. Anyway, so we've got Scorpius. Oh, Queen Beatrix is Drifting Sands. That's interesting. Hopefully we get to use her. That'll be cool. Anyway, we've got some interesting people in Drifting Sands. So that's where we're going to be fighting for the world event. But we're going to be in Durgoth for the faction assault on Tuesday. We have a glory troop, which seems like a bunch of trash, on Monday from the Drifting Sands. We have a legendary from the Drifting Sands. So there's a new legendary troop that's going to be in the event keys. So we'll be spending event keys trying to get a legendary troop on Monday. We also, what else have we got? We've got a new pet from, oh gosh, I can't even remember where the new pet's from. There's a new pet from somewhere, which I'm a bit disappointed about because Bunny Biter from the Mist of Scales. We don't really want a new pet because that just reduces the chance of getting us up to level 20 of the old ones. But anyway, we're getting a new pet, so great. We've got Dervish for the class, which is the class of the Drifting Sands. And Dervish is... I don't really use Dervish very much, but the Dervish class weapon's really good if you don't have the Dervish class weapon. So that'll get you up some levels. I think I'm about level 42 off the top of my head. Let me see. Dervish, where are you? Dervish, level 42, there you go. Let's just have a look. Traits about monsters. The class info. Dancing Daggers is a really good weapon. I use that in the Shinobu team. That's my Shinobu team dancing. So I use Dancing Daggers more than most other weapons probably. But I'll be doing that class on Thursday. On Friday is a massive day. So not only is it Good Friday, Easter Friday, but we are going to have a new mythic. So new mythic week. So we'll be opening all these wonderful chests that we've been collecting all month, and I'll be using these, and if I get really desperate, I'll be using these to try and get that new mythic. And the new mythic is, I think I've got it here, I think I can show off. Yep, the new mythic is Heavenly Breath. Oops, wrong one, sorry, wrong graphic, that one there. So Heavenly Breath, it's Huanlong from Shentang, which we've just been in Shentang, so it's a shame that we didn't get it a bit earlier. There's a new, it's a complicated kind of spell that Huanlong casts, deals magic damage to all enemies, and then there are individual 50% chances to do each of the next three things, which is gain magic to attack, gain an extra turn, or gain either barrier, enchanted, or blessed. So you don't gain barrier, enchanted, and blessed. It's all blessed. So there's kind of lots of ands and ors there. Clearly the spells here are made by programmers with the ands and ors. It's quite complicated. But anyway, we'll see whether that's going to be useful. It's going to be useful in slot 1, and it's possibly useful in a Dragon team, possibly useful in a Shentang team, probably not a generally high tier mythic. But this is the week you need to get it. So this week coming up is the one you need to get it. We've got a whole lot of troops this one. There's Bahir, which is the glory troop on the first day. There is Obregonia, otherwise known as Miss Prickles, to her friends, and she will be available in the event keys for the next week during that world event. So that's a legendary being added to the game, and she is a dragon from where? Drifting Sands. Oh, okay, we will have a dragon in Drifting Sands. We're going to be another dragon, oh no, it's a monster. Okay. Okay, so hopefully the world event is dragons then. That would be quite cool. And then we'll get to use the new mythic when it comes, when Friday comes along. So that would be quite fun. And then we get, on Friday we also get a new, so not only do we get a new mythic, we also get a new faction. And we get a new faction called Dripping Caverns, and so we get 4 new troops with Dripping Caverns. Dripping Caverns is also introducing a new mechanic to the game, which is just doing something. So destroying, in this case, the case of Cloak Mantle, destroying gems of the most used enemy mana color. Ochre Jelly creates 10 gems of the most used ally mana color and creates 10 skulls. So these are spells that we've seen before in other faction troops, but this mechanic of doing whatever it is to the most used ally mana color or most used enemy mana color. Again, this is just, oh gosh, it's just developers using their programming loops, isn't it, to invent mechanics, but it's kind of a little bit lame. Anyway, Rock Squid removes gems of the most used enemy mana color, and then Shoggorath, the Globfather, is really good. This is going to be a great troop. Silence and deal magic true damage to the first and last enemy. So that's great. So that's going to do like silence the first and fourth troop and do 40 odd damage. True. And also plus explode 5 gems of the most used ally mana color, which is going to be very useful. And so what is your mana? Mana color blue, purple. I have to think about how that one should be used. I'm already thinking it should be with Thrall. But anyway, because that's going to explode purple and will recharge itself and will recharge Thrall. Yes, that's what I would do with Sorcerer. And possibly blue, purple, blue, purple, blue, purple. Shanubu. Oh my word. Okay, anyway, it's going to be a great troop. That'll probably be used in things other than the delve, I would say. So there we go. That is the week. And so big weekend. You're going to be a lot of us are going to be cranking through that new faction at the end of the week and spending lots of gems on trying to get up to 500 during the weekend. So lots of play. And it's Easter weekend, so there's lots of time. So we've got holidays. So lots of gaming this week. And that's all I've got to say. So that is the end of the weekly video, but I am going to now show a team. So go away if you came for the weekly video, except I will say, if you're not in our guild, why don't you join it? Well, you can't join it at the moment because there's 30 members, but often there isn't. Most often there isn't, because I usually keep the guild at 29 to try and get fresh people through. If you're watching this video, then you should be joining our guild, because we are awesome. So anyway, in saying that we're awesome, I'm now going to show you what my strategy is down with the factions, because people have been talking about this, and we all do different things. So Edward, Holy Triceratops and Lyric go and try and do the 500, I think Lyric does, get their pure teams up to 500. I don't, and let's use Durgaroth as an example. I don't. Durgaroth is one we did not so long ago, so we did it in a weekend, so when it became new I got it to 500. I am trying to get all the delves to 500, so I'm catching up on the ones that aren't new. Then I'm going to try and do the pure teams, because the pure runs, getting pure up to 500 is really hard, as Edward will tell you, and it's all I'm saying is really hard. I'm going for the easier route to try and get these up, to try and get this as high as possible, to try and get these bonuses maximized, and then I'm going to try and do the pures, and I'm only going to do them on level 500 is pretty much what I'm going to do, or what I should do. So let me show you where I am at the moment. So Tinkertown I've got to 500, and Amanthrax I've got to 500, Durgaroth I've got to 500, Dark Pits I've got to 500, and that's that. You're going to say, why don't you do the pure teams to 500? Because then you'll get the pets up to level 20, and then you'll be able to get them past level 12. And my answer to that is, it's so hard to get them up to 500. I don't think it's actually worth the 20 pets. I'd rather do more pet runs. Anyway, Primal Rift is where I'm working on at the moment. So I'm almost there. I'm going to show you a team from Primal Rift, because I like showing teams, so I'm going to do that. The Primal Tear, sorry. I'm not quite up to 500 yet. I'll be 500 in a couple of days, because this is a good team. This team was posted by, was it posted by Divine or was it posted by Lyric? I can't remember. I'll give you both credit for it. Thank you very much for it. Anyway, I've changed it slightly. It's this team here. Boreal Crystal, Beatrix, Sycorax, and I do really like Sycorax. I rate Sycorax as a card, actually. I think Sycorax is probably in the top 10 of the mythics. It's a very good troop, and I use it for quite a few. It's a bit underrated. The YouTubers generally underrate Sycorax, I think. Except Luke Wizard. I think Luke Wizard likes Sycorax. One of them does, anyway. I think most people use this, or it's posted on our Discord channel as a monk class, which is great, but in a different banner. But I choose Titan because Arboreal Crystal, after you get about level 350, Arboreal Crystal starts getting killed by this guy. This guy's attack gets high enough to start taking out Arboreal Crystal. So you actually want the barrier from Titan from brown matches, and you get lots of brown matches because of Sycorax and Beatrix. because they both make brown. So you get lots of brown matches. So Arboreal Crystal pretty much has a barrier all the time, which is great, which protects it against hits, and then therefore protects everybody else. So you don't die with Titan, which is great. And you also have Lightning Strike, which gives you an extra gem explosion on 3-4 matches. So that's great. And this team is all about generating green, as you're about to see. So I want a green-brown banner, and this has the nice synergy in that we don't have any red. So I'm going to argue this as being a wonderful team for pretty much any green-blue, on the proviso that you don't attack teams that have Submerge, because it's hopeless against Submerge, because these are AoE teams. They don't damage them if teams opponents if they're submerged. So here we go. Let's just go have a battle. I'll explain the team because you can kind of muck it up. Well, not muck it up, but there's an optimal strategy for this team. The optimal strategy is to get Arboreal Crystal going first. So you care about Arboreal Crystal. So you want to match blues and purples, and of course we can't, which is just rubbish. We also want to avoid being hit with this 110. So while we haven't got a barrier, so we need to clear skulls. If there's a 3 skull, we don't want to give skulls to them. There's a blue match, but if I drop that, that'll give them a skull match and do 100 damage. So I don't really want to do that. I really want that though. I don't so much care about charging the bees at first. My secondary thing is matching Sycorax, so that would be with brown, because brown's not mana blocked. I'm not enthusiastic about this, but I'm going to give him the skull match. So I took the hit, but I really, really want this up. So here I'm going to go for my secondary goal, which is getting Sycorax up. My primary goal is not being hit by skulls. My secondary goal is getting blues or purples. This is the initial strategy. I will do that first though. I don't want skull matches. There aren't any skull matches. I want blues and purples. There's blues. Doesn't jeopardize any skulls. So we're away. So now the team gets away. So what Arboreal Crystal does is Arboreal Crystal explodes all the greens, which is great. So we start getting our greens up. It gives us a Leaf Storm, which is what we really want. We totally need this Leaf Storm, which starts getting our bees up. And we start now getting into a place where we start getting extra turns. I'm not going to worry about the skulls now, because Arboreal Crystal also entangles the first enemy. So we can now forget about the skulls and just start going for greens. Once you get both bees up, and you don't want to do this, you don't want to fire one of your bees without both of them being up. We don't care about this, by the way, and we don't care about skulls now. We just care about these 3 cards. So we start casting our bees, and they do true damage to everybody, and they have a chance to regain all their lost mana. And now you don't have to worry so much about the board, and you just keep on doing your bees until they don't regenerate. So we just keep on looping at the moment. And now it hasn't regenerated. So this is when Sycorax comes into play. So you'll notice that there's different stages to this team. We don't ever use Arboreal Crystal again after we've started with it. Now we go to Sycorax, and we want Sycorax to multiply the green gems on the board. There are 14. Anything above 10 is good. And we go green. And we've got our bee back. So then we use our bee. And then we use our bee again. And we use our bee again. And we use our bee again. And they're all dead. And that's how it works. And it's not the fastest team. It's a bit shinobu-y in terms of being slow, but it's incredibly reliable. You just don't lose with it. So it's exactly what you want to do when you are delving and you want to smash your way up to level 500. That's the team I'm promoting. I didn't come up with it. This is not my team. But it's a wonderful team for getting up to this. And I just did a really lame, easy fight then, but even on the tough ones, it's actually just a matter of looping a few more times. Because you see, once that team gets going, once you've cast your Arboreal Crystal, once you've got your Sycorax up, once you've got your 2 bees charged, you just bang, 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 round. and it's brilliant. So in a couple of days I'll be up to 500 on Primal Tear, and then if you follow my strategy, if you follow me in terms of understanding my strategy, I will move on, and it will probably be I'm just going around the map. So it'll be the Warrens or Fangmoor that I will move to next, because they're the closest ones that haven't gone up to 500 yet. So there we go. Now, one last thing before we go, remember to do this as soon as you see it, because this becomes available every hour. Remember my advice that if you want lots and lots of glory, shift your home kingdom to Whitehelm. Look at all that glory, isn't it marvellous? Look at all those gems. Although your gold limit is set per day, these things are set per hour. So your tributes you get every hour. So if you haven't already, set your phone so that it notifies you when tributes are ready to be collected, and then you will get gems every hour while you're awake, and glory every hour while you're awake. And so that's thousands of glory. I saw on chat that somebody was talking, I don't know, they said, I don't know who it was saying that they got 10,000 glory a week or something. It's like, seriously, is 2,000 glory a week? I can't remember what they were saying. I was like, seriously, you should be getting tons of glory. I think I get, I don't even know, maybe 15,000, 20,000 glory a week. Maybe not that much. No, it's quite a lot actually. I don't know what it is, but it's something in the realm of that. It is quite a lot. It's definitely about 50,000 a month if you subtract all the glory that I spend on the glory troop every week. So it's probably more like 70,000 or 80,000 glory a month. And then that is my reserve, my rainy day reserve for trying to get the mythic. So when we come to Friday mythic, I have a whole video on how to do this, but quick in summary, use gem keys, use seals, use glory, and get that mythic. And when you've run out of those, use glory keys and then glory. But the chances of getting them glory are very low, so you'll easily burn up 50,000 glory trying to get that mythic troop. So don't think about that. Okay, thank you very much. You guys are so awesome. This is such an awesome guild. I love this game. I love you guys. Keep going in chat, and please, 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 please keep posting videos in our Discord channel, because our Discord library is just becoming brilliant. Thank you very much. See you in the game during the week. Bye.